Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudi and thank you so much for being here. That was not a very genuine intro. I'm in my basement right now. I don't ever film down here, but this is where I edit my videos. I just felt compelled to make this video. I actually already filmed a video earlier today doing drugstore makeup, and I'm just not myself in the video, and I'm not myself just right now in general because I am going through another round of skin issues, and I just kind of want to vent to you because I've noticed on my Instagram page, which, quick plug, it's at the Rudi Berry. When I talk on my stories and, have a genuine conversation with other people on Instagram, I notice that it's the best way for me to connect with other people, and it's also the best way for not only me, but for them to feel less alone. And I know that on YouTube, not only with me, but like with a lot of creators, you don't really see when things are going wrong. You just see product recommendations and them looking perfect and happy and everything is great and try this and don't try this and here's that. And you're like, okay, well, it's easy for you to say. And so I want to be as genuine as I possibly can on this channel because that is the brand that I want to represent online, being authentic and myself. And right now I'm just not feeling confident and I'm not feeling like myself, and I'm sure that that's coming across in my content, so I want to talk about it. Also, before I get into the details of what's happening with my acne, this video is not being made for me asking anyone to give me advice. I really don't want advice from anyone but dermatologists, my dermatologist, or myself. So you can refrain from offering advice in the comments. That's not to say that I don't read and care about your recommendations and if you've been through something similar to me, but it's more along the lines of people being like, oh, just try salicylic acid, it'll go away. I'm like, I have an entire YouTube channel dedicated to skincare. You don't think I have tried salicylic acid? So anyways, I have been toying around with the idea of making a video about fungal acne since I started my channel. So this is me realizing that I might have fungal acne. I don't want to say it's something that I've been struggling with for 2.5 years because the thing about fungal acne is it's such a blasé topic. Like, dermatologists don't like the term fungal acne. However, if you look at what a lot of people deal with and what's commonly referred to as fungal acne, I would say that is what I struggle with. I don't want to get too far into the timeline of my acne because I am planning on making a fungal acne video, kind of just talking about my journey. And the reason that I haven't posted it or created it yet is because I still deal with it every single summer and I have not found a way to get past it. And I don't know if you've seen my other videos on my eczema or my tretinoin journey. Like, I kind of got through the weeds and to the other side, and so I felt comfortable enough to make content about those things and recommendations, knowing these are the things that helped me, they might help you as well. But with this situation, I am completely lost. I have tried everything and I just don't know what's working, what's not, if it's my body working through its own timeline of how it wants to heal itself, if it's something that I'm using, if it's the heat and humidity and I have no control over it. Like, I just don't know, and that is the most frustrating thing. So probably from back here, you're like, what are you talking about? You look fine. But I am dealing with very painful, very, very painful acne on my forehead. It looks almost more like a rash. It hurts. It physically hurts, and I'm sure that you don't notice it from far away in this video, but I'm telling you, that's something about being online that I feel like people don't consider because you only see a certain part of someone's face that they want you to see, or they have a filter on, or from this angle, you suddenly don't notice it. But it's there and it's affecting me mentally, physically. And when I get those comments that are like, you look great, stop, you look great, I would have never noticed. I'm like, I understand that, but I think you and I both know that it's so much more mentally beyond like, oh, are other people noticing it? That's definitely a factor. But the other factor is, am I noticing it? is it bothering me, and is it becoming an obsession? Which is something I talked about in my Getting Through Your Purge video. And honestly, it's kind of one of those times where I need to listen to that video and take my own advice, because all of the things I said in that video, I stand by. Look, constantly checking your skin in the mirror, it is very toxic and it can become a full-on obsession. Constantly taking pictures of your acne, it becomes out of hand where it's all you can think about and you can't live your life. So I'm trying really hard not to go down that path of obsession and feeling like shit about myself, but it can be hard when, and this is the point that I think most people can relate to who have acne, when you try to do as much as possible to take care of your skin and it doesn't matter what you do, you still break out. You just feel hopeless, you feel useless, you feel like you can't do anything. It's out of your control. And that's when I think confidence comes into play, where it's like, well, if I can't do anything, I don't want anyone to see me like this, and I might as well just give up on skincare. And I'm not at that point, but I am very frustrated that this continually happens to me, especially in the summer, because I want to be happy and live my life and not think about this happening. But until I find a way to actually deal with it and to actually get rid of it, I feel like I'm just always going to feel this way. And that's the way I'm feeling right now. I'm sure that that will change, but it is definitely a polarizing feeling. And I know if you are on my page, you have dealt with probably having acne before and you understand where I'm coming from. And I know I'm kind of just rambling, but I really hope that this makes you feel less alone and that you understand a little bit more about who I am, and realizing that we have more in common than you think. Sometimes I think of my acne as a blessing, because it's not a blessing. Okay, let's not say that. Sometimes I am glad that I've gone through this experience, because it has brought me to so many different people online, and it has really launched my platform for me and being able to help other people. And then other times I'm like, it's not worth it. Like, constantly worrying about the way you look, it is very stressful, and it's something that I'll always be working through, and I hope that we can kind of work through it together, because I'm not a perfect person, and I will continue to preach positivity and give you acne chats and tips about how to deal with your mental health while you're going through acne purging and different acne phases. But sometimes I clearly need to listen to my own advice, because it's just hard when you're going through a physical problem, just like anything else. Acne, just like if you broke your hand and you needed to go to the doctor, it's something physical going on that needs attention. However, we view it as some cosmetic thing where like you're dirty or you're nasty if you have acne, when in actuality, I would say most people who have acne are more aware of their skin and their skincare than the average person. Way more. I mean, you and I both know we probably have extensive skincare routines. We've done all of the research. We've done as much as we can, and yet those are the people who are punished with acne. But I also think that makes us more resilient and makes us more cognizant of how we represent ourselves to people, which can be good and bad. It's also frustrating to me because, and like this is being 100% honest, I have this idea in my head that my content and what I present, I need to be looking my absolute best, when in actuality, I think people get the most out of my content when I am being vulnerable and showing all sides of myself and who I am and what's going on in my life, and not just the times in which my skin looks perfect, because that's not an accurate representation of my life. It's not an accurate representation of anyone, and I don't want to portray that. So I have to catch myself. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to film today because I look bad. No. Film today because you do feel shitty, and share that with people to make them understand that we're all human and that everybody has times when they don't feel the best about themselves. It's harder to film because I'm putting myself out there for people to judge me, but if I can help other people feel less alone about it, then I think it's worth it. Because I wish that I had somebody that I could watch who I trusted and made me feel better about the fact that I was going through that. I think it's also hard too, because like I love beauty and I love skincare, and all I want to do is try it and recommend it and find the best things, and it truly is like my meditative time when I'm doing my skincare and my makeup. But when I'm going through acne, I cannot try new things. I cannot experience what everyone else is with new launches because it will just wreck my skin. So that's another factor that always sucks, because it is something that I get so much joy out of and I can't use it while I'm going through this hard time. I know that this is, you know, an off video for me, but I want to be more real with you guys, and I want to be more authentic and continue to make videos that are helpful in all different aspects. So please let me know if this kind of chatty video was helpful to you, or if you'd like to hear me talk about some other topics outside of acne, mental health. Like, I would love to talk with you guys about that and hear what you have to say. Again, thank you so much for always being here and always having my back and making me feel less alone. It means more to me than I could ever say. Okay, I'm gonna go edit my drugstore video. I'll be back and peppier than ever soon, because I know that this will not last. It never does. It's a phase of life, and I hope that you realize that as well. It's a phase. Your skin is going to heal itself on its own time. Stay away from the mirrors. Try not to take any pictures of your acne today. Matter of fact, let's take the challenge today while you're watching this video for the rest of the day. I'm going to do it as well. We are not going to take any photos of our acne, and we're not going to scrutinize ourselves in the mirror. In fact, every time I go wash my hands, I'm not going to look in the mirror today, because I just want to live my life separate of this thing that does not define us. So let's shake on it. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel after doing that for the day, and I will see you guys in my next video really, really soon.